Good evening. Welcome to Washington. I'm Brett Baer. Tonight, President Trump would like you to be thinking about the U.S. economy, and he has stats suggesting things are getting better. But the main focus of much of Washington, if not the country, continues to be the Russia probe, with Attorney General Jeff Sessions preparing to testify tomorrow. Chief White House correspondent John Roberts starts us off with another busy day on the White House beat. Good evening, John.
You know, Brett, I think we can safely say there's no such thing as a dull day here at the White House, but what transpired today will likely pale in comparison to what tomorrow will bring.
We have much great news to share with the American people today.
President Trump meeting for the first time with his full cabinet today, seeking again to put his agenda back on track after last week's focus on infrastructure was derailed by the James Comey testimony.
Together we're working every day, and we've been working very hard together for our country to protect their safety, bringing back jobs into our country, and putting always America first.
But the president threatens to be overshadowed again. At the same time he promotes apprenticeships and jobs in Waukesha, Wisconsin tomorrow, his Attorney General Jeff Sessions will be testifying in open session before the Senate Intelligence Committee. In a statement, the Department of Justice said, quote, "The Attorney General has requested that this hearing be public. He believes it is important for the American people to hear the truth directly from him and looks forward to answering the committee's questions tomorrow." President Trump thought and continues to believe it was a mistake for Sessions to recuse himself from the Russia investigation. But to hear the press secretary tell it today, the president has no issue with Sessions testifying in a public setting.
I think the president's been clear last week in the Rose Garden that he believes that the sooner we can get this addressed and dealt with, that there's been no collusion. He wants this to get investigated as soon as possible and be done with it so he can continue with the business of the American people.
And another distraction for President Trump today as the Attorneys General of Maryland and the District of Columbia filed suit against him, insisting his continued stake in his vast business empire violates the emoluments clause of the Constitution.
Never in the history of this country have we had a president with these kinds of extensive business entanglements, or a president who refused to adequately distance themselves from their holdings. President Trump's businesses and his dealings violate the Constitution's anti-corruption provisions, known as the emoluments clauses.
The lawsuit filed in Maryland's federal district court claims the president's ownership in properties like the Trump International Hotel in D.C. harms the state and district, saying, quote, "The defendant has used his position as president to boost this patronage of his enterprises, and foreign diplomats and other public officials have made clear that the defendant's position as president increases the likelihood that they will frequent his properties and businesses." The press secretary today dismissed the suit as nothing more than a political attack against the president.
It's not hard to conclude that partisan politics may be one of the motivations behind the suit was filed by two Democratic attorney generals. The lawyers driving the suit are an advocacy group with partisan ties.
Well, the Attorney General will testify in a public session tomorrow. What's not known at this point is just how willing he'll be to describe the details of private meetings that he had with the president, or if the White House will seek to invoke executive privilege if senators try to get answers out of the Attorney General that he doesn't want to give. Brett?
John Roberts live on the North Lawn. John, thank you.